Why should people come to the National World War II Museum? Well, I have a couple of reasons. Here at the National World War II Museum, we try to give you the experience, a bit of interactivity. We try to thrust you into some of the environments of World War II. Whether that's Marine fighting on Guadalcanal in the South Pacific, or whether it's a factory worker on a shop floor somewhere in Des Moines, Iowa. We do all that and everything in between. So if you want interactivity and you want an experience, you have to come here to the National World War II Museum. I'm often asked, what order should we do this? It's a gigantic museum and it's probably going to take you more than a day today. But if you want to get started here at the museum, I'd walk right in here to the Louisiana Memorial Pavilion. It's the original. This is what we were when we were the National D-Day Museum. You can see some great artifacts, a C-47 dangling over my shoulder here, which one of the legends of the museum we purchased on eBay. Once you've taken all that in, please do see the Arsenal of Democracy exhibit. It's the home front, but it's not just the war, it's how America got involved in the war. I think what we sometimes fail to realize today is that at the time there was a war raging and many Americans wanted nothing more than to stay out of it. Unfortunately, you may not be looking for war, but war is sometimes looking for you, and we got involved anyway thanks to far-sighted leadership by President Roosevelt and others in Congress and in the military. We were a bit more prepared in 1941 than we would have been when that war broke out in 1939. Arsenal of Democracy, our home front exhibit, will take you through that entire experience. When you come out of there, we're at war. Pearl Harbor has happened. And then it's time, as we say, to cross the street to our Campaigns of Courage Pavilion. The road to Berlin on the ground floor and the road to Tokyo on the second floor. Road to Berlin, you might expect, the war in Europe. Road to Tokyo, obviously, is the war against Japan in the Pacific. This vast ocean campaign across thousands of miles of open water. Once you do those two things, well, you're now an expert on World War II, but don't leave the museum without seeing our Freedom Pavilion. There we have what we call our mega artifacts. 7 beautifully restored World War II aircraft suspended in action poses from the ceiling. The National World War II Museum exists to preserve the memories of the war that changed the world, why it was fought, how it was won, and what it means today. So, why it was fought? You'll see that in Arsenal of Democracy. How it was won? Our Campaigns of Courage and our Freedom Pavilion, I would say. What it means today? Well, we're working on it. We're building our last big permanent exhibit and should be ready to roll in 2021. It's going to be called the Liberation Pavilion. And it's going to be looking at the impact that World War II had on the globe in the immediate aftermath, but all the way up to the present day. So let me tell you something, the world we're living in now, it was formed in World War II.